Today we have another Nike box right here, and you can recognize right away, this is strictly for your casual wear. Hey guys, welcome back to the Kicks Reasons channel, and today we're looking at the latest retro of the Nike Pegasus 89. Now this is a runner that came out obviously back in 1989, and I think around that time it was when I initially started getting into sneakers. I was just getting into a high school, and all these models were from my era, and I was pretty excited when I saw the retro coming out, so I had to grab a pair and talk to you about it. These are not receiving a lot of love. I mean, they just recently went on discount, so I grabbed them off of Nike's website. Plenty of sizes over there available, and this original colorway was a must for me, so I had to grab it and show it to you guys. But there's some interesting elements. They're from the era and the 80s, early 90s that a lot of other Nike models, including some other models from other brands, were trying to incorporate and showcase throughout their lineup. So if you look at the details now, I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that I really like about this model, and some of the things that are kind of an interesting feature or interesting choice, and I know some of the things they've created here are very reminiscent and very in line of what the timing was. One of the most significant things here is the two-tone and the two separated toolings for the midsole. You will see the gray portion where the air unit is, and you'll see the front white portion where there is no air unit, or back in the day I think it was 4-foot air, but I don't think that new retro has it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but nowhere on Nike's website you can see it. But on the heel you have encapsulated air, and of course on the lateral side we have Nike branding, and this is one of the things, again, back in the day Nike was doing a lot with these two tones and the two separated portions of the midsole, you know, hence kind of piecing everything together. We have the air there. And on the both medial and lateral side, we have kind of a big swoosh. On the back, we have Nike Air. But I really like the clean colorway here, the two-tone gray plus the black, and of course that red that is very reminiscent for that time and that era. One of the most attractive outsoles of the time, I have to say, because we have combination between black, white, and red, and we have the Nike Air branding on the bottom. Well pronounced waffle threading over here. And very raised off the base of the outsole. Obviously, back in the day on the ton where it says Nike Air Pegasus, there was not anything saying 89, it was just Air Pegasus. I think this is a new addition with the Air Pegasus 89. That way they're making a difference between what the models were. One of the things that you will notice, and if you know your Nike and Air Jordan models, you instantly gonna recognize the last top two lace loops, the plastic ones that are kind of forming a little 8. They are used across the whole Nike lineup at the time, from the Air Flight 89 to the Air Jordan 4s and even Air Jordan 3s before that. Various models from Flight and Force models, and including these runners, they also use the same exact element. I'm sure back in the day Nike was probably mass producing or mass ordering these and placing them on every single shoe and every single model they have to just kind of distinguish themselves. These are pretty comfortable, I have to say. For a retro, you put them on feet, you definitely feel the air unit in the back. They're pretty bouncy. They're not what you expect from the original pair, obviously, but again, I'm surprised how well they're fitting and how comfortable they are. When it comes to the upper, we have mixture between mesh, synthetic nubuck, genuine nubuck, and some other fabric material that is very, again, reminiscent to the time and the era back in the day. But the combination is very good. The whole design looks very clean, and again, I mean, these absolutely scream late 80s, early 90s. I absolutely love how the heel portion is raised up a little bit more to cup your heel better. I love that the tone is very comfortable and made out of foam, and it's very comfortable. We have insole. Here the insole is run-of-the-mill insole, which is, I don't think that was the original insole. I think it's much better back in the day. But here we have just Nike Air on top of it. It's glued in, nothing to write home about. There's no arch support or anything like that. But overall, I think for the price, what is it now? Under $80 for this retro. I think it's definitely worth it. And if you like your old school Nike runners like myself, or old school runners period from any brand, which I absolutely love. Again, I grew up with these, watching them on the store, trying them in the store. Never had them in my possession, but I always wanted to have a pair. So now finally I'm able to grab one of these, and obviously this is gonna go straight into my feed. I'll be wearing these a lot. I like this retro look, and I mean, always I like what I've liked 30 years ago. These bring a lot of memories and nostalgia in me. So I really don't care if people really love them and they go crazy about them. You know, hype is not something I care about, but the design is very clean of these, and it's something that I really appreciate. And Nike continues to surprise me bringing shoes like that I never thought they're gonna be able to see again, or they're gonna be, you know, popular or anything. But the beauty with them is they're so rich. They're such a big corporation. They have so much money that they can afford bringing obscure models like that to the market. Unlike smaller brands, for example, like Reebok, that I would love to bring tons of other models, but it's not worth the investment to build a new mold, to advertise, to put them on the market, to send them to retails, and what kind of return they're gonna have. Probably not so much. So smaller companies are struggling. You know, obviously Nike being a giant corporation, they can offer models like that. They can return some of these models. So I'm glad that they're bringing them up. That way I can grab them, and especially on a discount. And as always, don't pay full retail. That's how it is. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some of the other videos coming very, very soon. And as always, guys, you have a wonderful day.